Welcome in Bangkok. Today is a special day. We're gonna visit my music production studio that I'm currently building because today the first phase of the building process is complete. That means the isolation walls and the first layer of acoustic treatment, including the first layer of bass trapping, is finished, and we're gonna make a sound check. We're gonna see how much it actually improves the decay time of the low frequencies, how does it sound without the additional acoustic modules. So yeah, we're gonna make a sound check. I'm gonna bring my speakers and we're gonna do some measurements. And we're also gonna check the sound isolation. We're gonna see how is the sound downstairs, upstairs and outside of my room to see if the isolation is doing his job as promised. Yeah, so many questions today we're gonna answer. But first, we're gonna go to the gym. It's leg day. I really need a good leg day. And then after, we're gonna check out the club. Yeah, all good. For me, it's just to understand the things that you described with the walls. Because your main selling point was that you said those walls that you're building, they're not just isolating, you're also going to absorb and get the bass under control. So I just want to see the effect without any additional absorbers. So yeah, this is the entrance. It's quite hidden and it's super narrow. And this is the studio. Okay, interesting. When I talk, you can definitely hear some echoes. Echo. It feels like super, but still reflective. So right now there are two layers complete. The first layer is basically like rock wool and then a tri-wall, and then there is some air gap, and then there is another layer of rock wool, another tri-wall, and then 2 inches of this acoustic fabric to close it up. And then the final layer is just this white thingy here. Yeah. It feels much smaller now compared to the beginning. I also realized the aircon is quite loud. But yeah, basically, so that's the construction now. Okay, so the first test we're gonna do is we put one speaker in the corner, and that's basically the worst position to put the speaker. On top, we put it on the floor. Therefore, it excites especially the low end the most and in the worst way possible. And then we see, okay, which problems do we have right now? And how is the overall bass response? What's the decay time? What's the waterfall? Just to get a baseline and to see what the treatment we've done so far actually helped. It's really interesting to have this echo feeling, but it's really interesting. Like there is some reflection, but like almost you're underwater. Anyway, let's do this. First, I have put my speakers in this professional case here. And now we put one speaker in the corner. Let's go. Before even starting to do the measurement, I just want to hear the music from one speaker and see how it sounds. Okay, now first let's check how good the isolation door is. Okay, that's interesting first test. I was expecting the door to isolate the room more, but let's see. So now we're gonna put the second speaker on the line as well to get the real comparison of how it would sound and how loud it would be. Okay, now let's see how it sounds upstairs. It's closed. Okay, then let's check downstairs again. Okay, so downstairs at the salon, you only can hear a small, short and not so loud duk, 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 duk. So yeah, I think I'm not concerned with downstairs. I think that's okay. They have some music playing as well in the salon and you barely hear it. But upstairs there's the Airbnb. And for upstairs we actually did the sound isolation as well. But it's not open right now, so I cannot check that. Anyways, let's make the measurements. Man, record box is so broken. Even if you don't use it and it's just open, it's causing problems. Right now it freezes again and it freezes my whole computer. You never know what to expect with this software. Let's just take the 38% rule and make the measurement from there. Listening position should be like at 140. Okay, that will do. So, right here. So let's do the test. Okay, let's have a look. If you go to this measurement and then we basically see that around 60 SPL, it's under 400 milliseconds, but there is still a lot of energy whirling around here at between 30 and 50 SPL. Here. And then if you go overall, yeah, you can see here, that's quite clear. But at 300 Hertz, there's a lot of energy still poking around and you can see many, many issues. Okay, I think measurement done. Let's wrap this up. I need some aircon, it's way too hot.
To be honest, I think like hoping to be under like 100 Hertz is a little bit, as it is, it's a little bit like, I think too optimistic. How did it sound like in general?
It's an interesting sound, so it almost feels like you're like not underwater, but like inside a, yeah, hard to explain, but you have like a short echo.
It's gonna sound quite different, but when it's finished, I'm very sure, because this is how we normally work. So we put the bass traps exactly to do those really low frequencies.
Yeah.
But I think with it, there will be some kind of like spill over from the bass trap, and the walls will help. And after the whole system is finished, I think it's going to be a very new experience, because I don't think that definitely. But yeah, like still, my concern is the bass. After 400, it's getting a little bit concerning, but 800 is still fine. We'll definitely get it under control for sure.
Because with the absorbers I used before, I always had the bass issues. That's the main reason why I'm now building this. So yeah,
I'll get that down for you for sure. So
yeah.
I think I've never actually done a room that I've done like more than 400 milliseconds.
Yeah.
So I think like 200 milliseconds is.
Yeah, 250 is fine, but yeah. One thing I noticed for the window isolation, when there is a scooter passing by, you still can hear it. Not the higher frequency, just the rumble of it, like this.
Yeah, but maybe that's just in the building. It's very difficult for us to handle that, because it's coming through the wall.
So, what's my conclusion so far? First of all, I'm really impressed how fast they work. We literally started 2 weeks ago, and now they already finished building the whole isolation shell and the first 2 layers of the acoustic treatment. So I think that's really well done. I'm a little bit concerned with the bass. I feel like under 400 Hertz, there's still a lot of energy going on. But yeah, after talking to him, he assured me he will get this under control, and around 200 milliseconds down to 40 Hertz is achievable. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now I have to do the second part of the payment. And then next week they're gonna finalize the build. So yeah, really excited to see how that will go. Quite a journey, to be honest. And next is also we're gonna move our nightclub to a new location. Actually, we started already last week moving the equipment to the new location, and right now the construction company is building the new place. So that's another project I'm really excited to share. And I hope to see you next time, or at one of our upcoming Techno or Psytrance events here in Bangkok. We have events every week. We have techno pool parties, hard techno events, Psytrance events, and everything in between. So check it out, link down in the description. See you next time.